Amber, I need to talk to you. Amber, don't tell me you haven't woken up yet. How long are you going to stay in bed?
Kendra, good morning. What is it so early in the morning?
Huh? What are you doing sleeping so late? Early in the morning? It's already past 6.
6 o'clock is early. Besides, I'm off work today.
What a lazy woman. Sleeping in just because you're off work? A wife usually gets up before the sun rises and does the housework.
I'm sorry, what era did people say before the sun rises?
Oh, are you trying to condescend to me saying I'm old-fashioned?
I'm not being condescending to you.
Anyway, now that you've married into this family, I won't allow you to sleep in, no matter how many days off you have.
I may be the wife of the family, but I'm not living with you. I'd rather you didn't interfere too much with my daily routine.
You're also cryptic. It's so annoying. Why did my son marry such a loser?
I usually get up at 6 a.m. to do the housework. But lately, I've been so busy with wedding preparations. I've been so tired.
Oh yes, about that wedding. I'm going to ask you to cancel the ceremony after all.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you to cancel the wedding.
The ceremony is tomorrow.
So it's not too late, right?
No. I don't understand what you're saying. Why do I have to cancel the wedding all of a sudden?
Because I'm against the marriage.
Huh?
Our son doesn't deserve a woman like you. That's why I've decided to have you call off the wedding ceremony right now.
What are you talking about? When we went to your house to inform you about the wedding, you approved of our marriage. So I don't understand why you're against it now.
I just couldn't be honest about it in front of my husband and my son. My husband seemed to like you. If I was the only one to object, what would everyone say?
But if you had your own opinion, I wish you had expressed that then. Why are you against our marriage?
I'm telling you, he's my eldest son.
Yes?
Do you know what it's like to marry the eldest son?
Well,
the eldest son's wife should live with her in-laws and serve the family. You have no intention of quitting your job. You insist that you won't live with us.
It wasn't me who said we won't live together. It was Adrian, wasn't it?
At this point, it doesn't matter either way. You lured him away. You seduced him into not living with us, didn't you? Trying to make him leave his aging parents. What a cruel person.
No, that's not right. I didn't say we would never live with you. Adrian wanted us to cherish the time we have together as a couple. As long as the parents can take care of themselves, we would live separately and pay visits to you from time to time.
I dreamed of living with my son and his wife when he got married, and having a lively life with my grandchildren who would eventually be born, and the neighbors would look on with envy. But you ruined my dream. I still can't approve of this marriage. Let my son leave you at once. I'm going to find him a more obedient and proper wife.
You're going to marry your son off for your dream.
I'm sure he loves me, his mother, more than you. But he's just too shy to tell you the truth. I'm sure he really wants you to be a full-time housewife. And I'm sure he wants to live with us.
I think that's all your fantasy.
Huh?
I get it that you don't think much of me, but Adrian and I have already registered our marriage and we're already married. I can't cancel the wedding now just because of your selfishness.
My selfishness? Are you dismissing your mother-in-law's opinion as mere selfishness?
As for the difference between your view and mine, I hope we can come to a compromise through repeated discussions. Tomorrow is a once-in-a-lifetime big day. Could you just please accept it and be happy for us?
You're a brazen woman. Even after all this, you still want to hold the wedding? Even though you're putting me through so much anguish?
On the contrary, if we cancel the wedding now, it will cause trouble for the wedding hall and all the invited guests. I mean, you haven't said anything to Adrian about canceling the wedding, have you?
There's no way I could tell him. I don't want him to hate me.
So you don't care if I hate you?
Of course I don't mind. I don't like you, so it's mutual.
Oh God. Either way, Kendra, it's impossible to cancel the ceremony now. You'll have to give up and join us as a relative.
Well, you're a big shot. You just remember, I'll do everything in my power to make it impossible for you to hold the wedding.
What on earth are you planning?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. You'll be sorry you ever messed with me.
Adrian, is this a good time? I need to talk to you about something.
Good morning, Amber. What's up?
I just got a text from your mother.
From Mom?
Yeah, around 6 in the morning.
That early? Was it something so urgent she had to text you?
She told me to cancel the wedding tomorrow.
Huh? I don't get it.
I know, but your mother was against our marriage from the start. She doesn't want us to have the wedding.
I don't know why she said she was against it. When we went to greet her, she was smiling the whole time. She said she was happy that I got a cute bride. At least that's what I thought she said.
Apparently, her smile was fake.
I see.
It seems she pretended to go along with it in front of you and your father, but she really didn't want you to marry me.
I wonder what she's so worried about.
That I'll continue working after marriage, and that I won't live with my in-laws.
What's wrong with that?
She said it was her dream, that her son and his wife would live with her and she would be surrounded by her grandchildren. To be the envy of the neighbors.
Oh, she's as vain as ever. It's true that recently there's been a rush of grandchildren around my mother. There are a few people she knows who have started living with their son and his wife. Maybe she's convinced that living together with her son and daughter-in-law makes her a winner.
She also told me that the eldest son's wife should be devoted to the family.
That's a pretty outdated concept.
She hasn't said anything to you about the wedding?
Yeah, I've been staying with my parents since yesterday. They haven't said anything to me.
I see.
I'm sorry my mom's giving you such a hard time. She was always nice to you in front of me. I thought things were going well.
She doesn't want you or your father to hate her, but it seems she really doesn't like me.
We can't cancel the wedding no matter how much Mom objects. We'll just enjoy the ceremony, don't worry about her.
You know, your mother could be up to something on the day of the wedding.
What?
She says she's going to do everything she can to make sure we don't get married. I hope it's just a threat.
What's with that? What an immature parent. Don't tell me she's planning to storm out in the middle of the ceremony.
It's probably just all talk.
I get it. I'm going to talk to her and send her straight so she doesn't do anything at our wedding ceremony.
Yeah, I just don't want her to be in a bad mood and say she won't go to the wedding. I don't want to irritate her too much.
I understand. I'm sorry you had to get all stressed out the day before the wedding because of my mother.
Don't worry. I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Amber, today is finally the wedding day. I wonder if you're getting ready in the waiting room at this point. Since you insisted on holding the ceremony no matter what, I decided to give you a little surprise. What do you think it is? I mean, you've been so busy with the preparations, I don't think you'll have time to look at the message. You'll be so surprised when you come to the venue. This will certainly get the wedding shut down. You should know that if you disobey me, you're in for a heap of trouble.
Kendra, where are you? Kendra, please pick up the phone.
Oh, Amber, you seem to be in a panic. Did something shock you?
Kendra, I just heard from the staff at the wedding hall. The wedding cake at the venue is all messed up.
What? You didn't notice? The wedding hall staff saw it before you did? No, that's no fun.
So it was you after all. I heard that some guests witnessed someone who looked like you running away from the venue.
Yes, that's right. I did it.
But how could you?
Because I hate you. I kicked your wedding cake over.
Kicked it over? Taking it out on the cake is going way too far.
I told you yesterday, I'll do everything in my power to prevent you from having a wedding. You can't have a wedding ceremony with a wedding cake like that. Cutting the cake is the most important part of the ceremony.
You're a monster. Can't you imagine how sad the bride and the groom must be?
You can be as sad as you want. Compared to my grief at having my dreams stolen from me, I could care less about the cake.
The people at the ceremony worked so hard on the cake.
Well, if you want me to pay for it, I'll at least pay for the cake. I'm sure it's not much anyway.
Do you think you can just pay for it?
It's your fault for going against me and trying to force the ceremony in the first place. If you learn from this, give up on Adrian. The ceremony will be cancelled anyway. You can go ahead and file for divorce now, can't you?
Huh? The ceremony will go on as planned.
Huh? Even though the wedding cake got messed up?
That cake isn't mine.
Huh? That can't be true. I snuck into your reception hall and kicked the cake over.
You were in the wrong venue.
Wait a minute. The ceremony staff said that they found...
Another couple was supposed to have their ceremony at a different venue at the same time as us.
Huh?
Someone knocked over the wedding cake that was set up there. The staff asked me if I knew anything about it.
That's ridiculous.
Besides, there was no way the cake was set up at our venue. I ordered a fresh wedding cake from my favorite cake shop in the neighborhood.
What do you mean?
There's no way they can serve it at the venue even before the reception starts, right?
Is that right?
Of course not. So which cake town was an imitation cake prepared by the ceremony hall?
I didn't know.
But still, sneaking into a wedding hall without permission and kicking over a wedding cake? Kendra, you've done a terrible thing.
Wait a minute. It was your wedding I wanted to cancel.
I don't know if the couple whose cake was destroyed will continue with the ceremony after this. But anyway, please come back there as soon as possible and apologize to the couple and the ceremony hall for ruining the ceremony.
I don't know what to do. I didn't mean to do anything bad, okay?
You wouldn't have kicked over the wedding cake if you didn't have any bad intentions.
So, I thought that was your wedding cake.
Is it impossible that you could have made a mistake?
Anyway, I was so preoccupied with getting you guys to cancel the ceremony. I didn't even check whose reception venue it was.
I'm so dumbfounded.
That's right, Amber. It was an accident. Tell them that it was all just a big mistake.
Huh?
I didn't have any bad intentions. I just bumped into the cake and knocked it over. Then they'll forgive me, right? If they want me to pay for it, I'll just ask my husband to pay for it.
What are you talking about?
That's okay, isn't it? We're going to be a family now. It's only natural to help a family member in need, isn't it?
Don't act like we're family now. You were against me marrying Adrian, right? But now it's an emergency, so you'll allow me to marry him?
Please, Amber, if you could just play along, I can get out of this without having to take the blame.
That's impossible.
Huh?
Don't you know that there are security cameras installed in the ceremony hall? Don't even know that?
Security cameras?
All of your crimes are recorded. Even if I tried to help you, it would be of no use.
Oh no.
I'm heading to the venue now. If you're not coming back, we will continue without you.
Wait, Amber. Amber, I'm in trouble.
Kendra, you didn't come back to the wedding venue after all. Where did you go and what were you doing?
That's not important now. I want you to listen to me.
Huh?
My husband confronted me with divorce.
Well, I guess that was inevitable.
What part of it is inevitable? I'm not going back to being single at my age.
My father-in-law had a hard time yesterday. You never came back. He had to apologize to the wedding hall, the other bride and groom, and all the other families that were all put out. We managed to have a wedding too, but we had to go through a lot of trouble to clean up your mess.
But divorce is going way overboard, isn't it? Moreover, even my son Adrian said he'd cut ties with me. I've only been a housewife my whole life. I can't survive if I'm kicked out of the house alone.
Then why don't you work?
What?
I mean, I think you'll have to work.
Huh?
Compensation for damages to the ceremony hall and to the couple and everyone who you caused so much trouble. You're going to have to pay for all of that by yourself now.
What do you mean?
It's not a surprise, is it? You kicked over the wedding cake that was about to be used. You ruined the ceremonies, so it's a matter of course, isn't it? It seems that the other couple managed to hold their ceremony somehow. But because she couldn't cut the cake like she was looking forward to doing, the bride was crying. And you ran away without even apologizing. You just tried to play it off as an accident. That's beyond scum.
Amber, please, convince my husband.
What's that?
I want you to talk him out of divorcing me. I'm really sorry about the cake. I can even go and apologize to that other couple right now. Anything but divorce.
I don't think that's going to happen. Your husband is extremely angry. And the other couple who were affected, they said they don't want to see the face of a person who would do such an insane thing. If you really feel bad about this, I think the only thing you can do is to pay exactly what you're charged.
Then Amber, lend me some money.
Huh?
If my husband divorces me, I won't be able to live on my own. It's absolutely impossible for me to pay the compensation. I'll work and pay you back for sure. Right? Please.
You made it clear you hated me. Don't try to rely on me now because you're in trouble.
Because my husband and son have abandoned me. The only one I can rely on is you, my daughter-in-law.
But since Adrian cut all ties with you, you and I have nothing to do with each other.
Don't be so cold.
Goodbye.
Amber!
Thus, my mother-in-law, who had been abandoned by her family and left all alone, started a living job to make a living. As for the damages and compensation for kicking over the wedding cake, she had to borrow money. My mother-in-law worked and worked, but most of her wages disappeared to pay off her debts. She lives in extreme poverty, eating only canned beans and franks every day. According to my father-in-law, my mother-in-law still says to him, "I'm sorry for what I did and I want you to give me a second chance." He still receives messages asking him to let her come home. I heard that my mother-in-law's outbursts are now the talk of the town. I think my mother-in-law is too embarrassed to go near my parents-in-law's house. As for me, I am enjoying my newlywed life with my husband, Adrian. We sometimes visit my father-in-law's house for dinner. We also go on trips together during long vacations, and my relationship with my father-in-law is good. 6 months after the wedding, I found out that I was expecting a baby. Together with my husband and father-in-law, we are looking forward to adding a new member to our family.
Is your work finished yet? Sarah and I are hungry and waiting for you. Jessica, don't ignore me. I'm sorry, I've got to work late today and won't be home for a while. Could you please have dinner with Sarah without me? What? Who do you think you are? Huh? Who do you think allows you to stay in this house? What do you mean by who allows? It's because of me. I accept you as a daughter even though we're not blood related. I'm letting you stay here. You should at least prepare dinner for your mother and sister. Finish your work right now and make dinner for us. But I work full-time. I contribute money to the family every month. So what? You've been a housewife and stayed at home all the time. And Sarah has been doing part-time jobs after graduating from college, right? What does that have to do with anything? I just thought that since both of you have more free time than me, maybe you could prepare meals, you know? What? Don't act so high and mighty just because you contribute a mere $1,800. A mere $1,800? Yes, that's right. I actually want you to contribute more, but I've kept it at $1,800 because I pity you. I think $1,800 is quite a lot, though. It's not nearly enough. We're struggling financially every month. Really? Then how about asking Sarah to work more? What? Sarah only works 2 or 3 days a week and for a short time. Maybe she could get more part-time jobs. Then Sarah can contribute money too. I think it's a good idea. Seriously? Why are you so selfish? I don't remember raising you like that. What? Sarah can't work long hours because she's physically weak. You, on the other hand, have always been healthy and rarely catch a cold. You could work 24 hours a day without any problem. I'm not a robot, Mom. You're tougher than a robot because you don't break, no matter what I do. That's a horrible thing to say. I'm saying don't complain and keep earning money. Hey, listen. Sarah goes out with friends almost every night. Sometimes she doesn't come back until morning, right? I don't know about her health situation before, but at least now, I don't think she's physically weak, you know? What? Are you saying Sarah shouldn't go out with friends? I'm not saying that. Sarah is so pretty and sociable, so she has a busy social life. On the other hand, you're ugly and introverted nerd. You don't have any friends to go out with, right? What? Since you don't hang out with friends, I'm suggesting that you should put in more money into the house. I won't allow you to be selfish. Is this considered selfish? What else would you call it? Here you go again. You always change the subject like that, but let me say this at this point. I can't keep contributing $1,800 like this forever. What? Seriously? After everything I've done for you, how can you talk like that? When I was in elementary school, my biological dad married you. You accepted me as your daughter, even though we're not blood related. I'm still grateful for that. For 13 years since graduating from college, I've been putting $1,800 into the house every month, as you wanted. But since Dad passed away in an accident, you only cared about your biological daughter, Sarah. You never really treated me like family. All the household chores fall on me, while you and Sarah have fun outside. When you say, I raised you, it just feels like you're trying to score points. Honestly, I don't have any memories of being raised by you. I can't believe how disrespectful you are. When your dad passed away, I could have kicked you out of the house at that time. But since you were still in high school, I reluctantly let you stay. It only makes sense that you contribute to the household chores for me and Sarah. I think I've done enough for you, but I want to start thinking about my own future. I want you to think about taking care of things by yourself instead of depending on me all the time. What did you say? Are you saying you don't want to contribute money for us? I didn't say I didn't want to. I just want you to stop relying solely on my money. Sarah is already 25 years old, so I think it's time for her to become independent for her own sake. Listen, Jessica. I'm your mother who raised a failure like you without giving up on you. Now I'm letting you repay that favor. If you have time to complain, shut up and put some money in my account to show your gratitude. Are you serious? So you're just going to let Sarah like this? What do you mean, like this? Hanging out with friends is also a great social study. You are spoiling her too much. Shut up. You're just jealous of Sarah, aren't you? Why should I be jealous of her? Sarah is so adorable and everybody loves her. But you're so cocky, nobody likes you. Learn a bit from Sarah. I don't want you to think I'm adorable when I'm over 30. See? You're being cocky again. That's it. You should put more money this month. What? What is this all of a sudden? Tomorrow's payday, isn't it? Yes, but... Stop by the ATM on your way back from work. Withdraw $2,500 and bring it to me. $2,500? Not $1,800? What are you surprised about? Prices are getting higher these days. $2,500 is a small price to pay. No. I can't afford $2,500. You're a full-time employee. You should have that much to spare, right? Even $1,800 is tight for me. $2,500 is impossible. Don't talk back to me. Instead, come back home now and prepare dinner. I told you I'm still at work. You two are already at home, so just prepare dinner yourselves. I don't want to hear any excuses. If you truly understand your position, listen to what I say obediently. See you later. Wait, Mom? I won't be home until 9 p.m. Jessica, you came back home so late yesterday. We had to eat canned food for dinner. But I messaged you, didn't I? I said I can't come home until 9 p.m. due to overtime. Why do you have to work so late? You're not very good at what you do, are you? What? It's not like that. It's because it's a busy season at work and everyone has to stay late. Oh, really? Maybe you were pretending to work late and just hanging out somewhere. If you don't believe me, you can confirm with my colleagues. If you knew you'd be late, you should have bought food on your way home. I never thought you were waiting for me. Honestly, you're so useless. What? You made my precious daughter Sarah eat canned foods. If she gets sick, are you going to take responsibility? If you don't like canned foods, you should cook something yourselves. Shut up. Come home early this time and prepare dinner for us. Fine. And today is your payday, so give me $2,500. No, that's impossible. I have my own expenses too. Stop lying. You don't even go outside except for work. I have my own personal life too. But you're single and living with us. What on earth do you spend money on? Starting this month, make sure to contribute $2,500. If you can't do that, I have my own ideas. Why do you keep trying to force your decisions on me? I have my own life, so I'm not giving you any more money. That's enough. I'm sure your dad in heaven is disappointed in you, thinking about how ungrateful you are. I don't think so. On the other hand, I'm sure Dad is thinking about how arrogant you are. Shut up. As long as you're in this house, you have to obey what I say. Stop talking back to me. When you come home today, make sure you give me $2,500. Got it? Jessica, where are you now? Jessica, answer me. Good morning, Mom. It's not a good morning to me. When I woke up, you weren't there, and neither Sarah nor I had breakfast yet. Today is Saturday, and I have a day off from work, so I've been out all morning. What? Who do you think you are? Going out without saying a word to your mother? Both you and Sarah were asleep. I thought it would be rude to wake you up. What about our breakfast? I'm sure there's plenty of food in the fridge, so why don't you two just eat whatever you want? Stop disrespecting me. What? You skipped out on making us food, and on top of that, you broke your promise. Promise? Don't play dumb. When I looked at the envelope you handed me yesterday, there was only $1,800 inside. I told you to give me $2,500. You know what? I don't recall agreeing to $2,500 per month, so please give me a break. I'm the one who needs a break. You're the one who broke the promise. I told you I didn't agree to it. I've already thought about the penalty if you don't give $2,500. Huh? Penalty? I've already made the arrangements, so it's too late to regret now. I don't understand what you're talking about, but $1,800 is still a lot, and I won't give more even if you ask for it. Jessica, get out of my house. What? What's this all of a sudden? It's the penalty for not putting in the money properly. Oh, you mean that penalty we were talking about the other day? That's right. It was decided at the family meeting to kick you out. Family meeting? You mean a meeting with Sarah? I don't think I was there during the family meeting. Of course. It wouldn't make sense to decide your fate if you were there. In the first place, you're not family anymore. I'm not family, huh? That's right. You're just an outsider after all, but I'm kind enough to give you a chance. A chance? If you want to stay in the house, give me $4,000 every month. What? You said $2,500 the other day, and now it's suddenly $4,000? That's a big increase. It's your fault for breaking the promise. I don't remember making such a promise. Why do you need $4,000 in the first place? The more money, the better, obviously. What are you going to spend it on? That doesn't matter at all. It has nothing to do with you as an outsider. I see. You're planning to use it for Sarah's allowance anyway, right? If you agree to give us $4,000 per month, I'll let you stay and we can continue being a family. If you don't want to be alone, you have to do as I say, okay? $4,000 is just too much. If you can't afford it with your salary alone, get a part-time job or something and earn $4,000. Without your dad, you'll end up alone for life if I abandon you. I'll give you 5 days to think it over. Jessica, it seems like you are going out again on Sunday. Lately, you've been frequently leaving the house, huh? Oh, hey, did you just wake up by any chance? I prepared breakfast properly today before leaving. Have it with Sarah. Instead of that, you didn't end up giving us the $4,000, huh? Normally, I'd say get out of the house by now, but I've decided to show mercy and wait for an additional 2 days. So, if you want to continue living in this house... Oh, about that? Now what? Did you finally agree to the monthly $4,000? That's good. It must be lonely to live apart from us, right? You have no choice but to agree. If I don't agree, I have to move out, right? Yeah. Well, I won't go easy on you either. What do you mean? I know you are paying $4,000 because you don't want to leave home, right? I won't pay. What? I won't pay $4,000. Are you serious? You don't care if you get kicked out? Before I get kicked out, I'm moving out. What? Are you dumb? Are you okay with being all alone? I've been wanting to leave this house for a long time, but with work and chores keeping me busy, I couldn't find the right time to leave. I ended up continuing to live here even though I'm now a working adult. But thanks to your stupid request, it became a good opportunity for me to move out. Hold on. Jessica, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Are you okay with losing your family? Family? Whose family? Your family. You have your mother and your sister, right? What? You said I'm an outsider. You might not have noticed, but I've been moving my stuff out little by little. I'm ready to move into my new house today. I won't be going back to your house today. Jessica? Thank you for taking care of me for a long time. Now you can live happily with Sarah. But... What? What about the money? Money? You were putting in $1,800 every month, right? Even if you leave the house, you'll still put in money every month, right? There's no way I'll do that. Huh? Why would I put money into a house I don't live in, right? But there's nothing wrong with sending money to your mother. You're not my mother, so I don't need to send money to you. I raised you all this time. As I've said before, I don't remember being raised by you. I've been covering my living expenses and tuition with Dad's inheritance and my part-time job. I don't owe you anything. But you will be alone forever. You're fine with that? If you don't bring money into the house, we'll cut ties with you. Go ahead. I mean, I won't be alone. What? I'm getting married. Married? I've been dating my colleague for several years. He proposed to me 6 months ago, so we plan to live together in our new home. What? I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, of course, I didn't tell you. Why didn't you tell me such an important thing? Because we are not family, that's why. But, well, I have to start organizing the new home now. Goodbye. Wait, Jessica. Hey, I'll be in trouble if I don't get your financial support. Jessica, you're so ugly, but you're getting married before Sarah? And getting married without telling me? How disrespectful you are. That's it. I'm really going to cut off ties with you. Jessica, please pick up the phone. Please. What's wrong, Mom? Oh, I forgot that you are not my mom anymore. Whatever. I don't care about that now. I have a favor to ask you. I thought you cut off ties with me. What do you want now? I need your help. What help? I'm about to be evicted from my house. What? Really? You're behind on your rent? Yeah, I don't have money to pay rent. There's nothing I can do about it. I see, then I guess you'll just have to leave the house. You should pay. What? Why do I need to pay? Because you don't support us financially, I can't pay the rent anymore. What? No, I had nothing to do with it. I don't even live there anymore. Don't say that, please. Help us. We're really broke. Don't tell me you still don't have a job? I tried, but it didn't work out. Sarah tried to get a full-time job too, but no one would hire her, so she went back to working part-time. I've only ever been a housewife. I couldn't even find a part-time job. Please, Jessica, just give me $1,800 like you did before. Or how about $1,500? Will you put some money into my house? At one time, you were asking for $4,000, but now you are asking for a surprisingly lower amount. You'll give me $1,500, right? No way. You and Sarah took a lot of money from me and used me for your own ends. You should taste how hard it is to make money. Shut up. Pay back the favor I've done for you by raising you. Are you serious? I'll consider you as a family again. Just tell me where your new house is. I won't tell you. Why not? If I tell you, you'll storm in, right? I won't do that. Well, I'm busy, so I have to go. Wait, we have nowhere to go. We only have $50. I don't know. Please. Goodbye, former mom. Jessica, I apologize for what I've done. Don't abandon us. In the end, the two were evicted from the house because they couldn't pay the rent. It seems they are staying in a shelter and working day jobs to make ends meet. Sarah, who used to splurge with my money, is now complaining that she can't afford new makeup or clothes. However, it seems she finally got an earful from her mother and is now working a regular job. As for me, I'm happily living in the new home with my husband. They are still trying to find out where I live, but of course, I have no intention of telling them. And just to be sure, I moved to a fully secured apartment, so I don't have to worry about the possibility of them barging in. As I have not been blessed with a family in the past, I'm looking forward to building a loving family with my husband.
Hey Sarah, where are you? The ceremony is about to start. And do you know where Nick is? Reply to me as soon as possible.
Good morning! I stayed up late last night and just woke up now. I'm happy that the weather is great today. It's like we are blessed.
You finally responded.
Oh, did you send me some messages? I'm sorry. I had such a sweet and intense morning that I didn't have time to look at my phone.
Don't tell me that you overslept. It's my wedding day.
Oh my God, has the wedding already started?
Not yet. Neither you nor groom Nick have shown up, and now we are in a big rush.
It's what I actually thought would happen. Well, there's no way you can have a wedding.
What? This is not a time for laughing. Sarah, do you know anything about what is happening?
Well then, I have a question for you, Daniela. Guess where I am right now?
Huh? That's not important right now. Do you know anything about why Nick hasn't come yet? If you know, tell me right now.
Come on, let's just have some more fun with this quiz.
No, I can't.
Okay, then I'll tell you the answer. I mean, the question about where I was. It should be the answer to all of your questions at once.
Just say it right now.
Oh well, I'm at a hotel with him.
Why at the hotel? The hotel nearby the wedding venue?
It's so obvious, but you still don't get it? Okay, I'll tell you. It's, of course, we are staying at a hotel for a romantic affair.
I still don't get what you mean.
We both like each other. So he said he wouldn't like to have a wedding with you. He says he regrets he registered the marriage before the wedding. He'll send you the divorce petition later.
Are you kidding me, Sarah? You can't joke like that on the wedding day.
I'm sorry, but it's not a joke. You've gotta face the reality. Last night was our first night together, so this is absolutely the romantic and exciting time right now. It was such an intense night. We enjoyed our sweet moment until this morning, so I overslept. I'm gonna turn off my phone and his phone, so don't interrupt us.
Sarah, what are you thinking? He's my husband. How could you sleep with your sister's husband? This is insane. Sarah, don't be silly.
Daniela, long time no see. How are you? Well, you should be fine. It's been 5 years already, so I guess your broken heart must have healed well.
What? Sarah? Both of you and Nick suddenly disappeared, and what is this message? What are you thinking?
Oh, about Nick? We are getting divorced.
Excuse me? You and Nick are divorcing? I mean, you guys were married?
Yes, we were. We registered right after you got divorced with him. I didn't want to hear you and Mom accusing me of it, so I eloped with him. I was planning to build a happy family in a new place. But he caught me bringing my new boyfriend into the house.
What are you talking? You ruined your sister's wedding. You've done something nasty that has led you to get a divorce. And now you have a new boyfriend? What kind of happy family you are talking about? Are you kidding?
It happens. I'm so popular. Those who are not attractive don't understand.
That's not the point.
So, the day after tomorrow, I'm thinking to come back to the parents' house with my kid. Can you clean my room for me?
You have a kid?
Yes, you must be jealous. The baby was born a while ago. Since Nick found out about my new boyfriend, he thought the baby wasn't his. That led to him making me sign the divorce petition. After that, I was was kicked out of the apartment with the kid.
What are you doing? Whose child is it actually?
Well, I don't know either. I don't have the money for DNA testing, and come to think of it, I already don't really care about Nick anymore. I thought it wasn't worth going back to him to apologize. So, I thought it would be nice to just get divorced and start a new relationship with my new boyfriend.
What you did is just horrible. I can't believe it.
I'm going to start packing my stuff and going through the divorce paperwork and stuff. I'll be there the day after tomorrow. By the way, I'm busy with my new boyfriend. I'll let you raise the kid from now on.
What are you talking about?
Huh? You're still hung up on him, aren't you? I heard you've been living with the parents since he dumped you. I never thought that an unattractive girl like you could find a new partner, but... In fact, when I thought about my ugly sister, who's still stuck at parents' house, I started to feel sorry for you. I'm gonna give the poor sister the experience of parenting. My daughter is not only your niece, but also Nick's child, so I'm sure she'll be worth raising. She's just born, so if you want, you can adopt my daughter.
Don't say selfish things. I don't understand your thought. I'll pretend I didn't hear that, so don't come back.
Huh? Why?
Because there's no point in you coming back.
What do you mean? I don't understand. I divorced the man who you used to be in relationship with, so I'm going to stay with you and you will take care of me and my daughter. What part of that you don't understand? I think it's totally understandable.
I don't live there anymore.
What? Ah, I totally get it.
Huh?
Even if you don't want me to come back, you shouldn't tell me lies like that. Anyway, I'm coming back home. Well then, I appreciate you cleaning my room. Daniela, I'm back. Our house looks like freshly renovated. Most of the parts are unchanged, but the exterior walls have been beautifully repainted. Lovely. Well, is that the reason you didn't want me to come back? You wanted to have this house all to yourself, didn't you? But not everything goes as well as you wish. Hey, I've been ringing the bell of the house for a while. Someone answer it. Daniela, are you home? Are you trying to be mean to me? I've got a baby with me now, so let me in as soon as possible. Oh, it seems I can get in from the porch in the garden. So lucky that the window is open. Daniela, you're not careful enough. Well, thank goodness you're such an idiot, sister. I'm looking forward to staying with you from today. I'm just gonna eat something while waiting for someone coming back home. It's really tiring to move around with an infant. I can finally take a rest. Hey, Daniela! What's going on here?
What? Sarah?
There's a stranger living in our house. I was just sitting on the couch and suddenly a strange man came in. I got kicked out of the house by a stranger. Come back home as soon as possible. I have to call the police. Is this trespassing? It must be something like that. We should get compensation from that guy.
Hey, wait. Are you in Orlando now?
Of course. remember where our house is. Even though it's been 5 years since I left from here, I've lived here for over 20 years since I was a kid. I can't believe there's a stranger living in our house filled with so many memories. It's really disgusting.
I told you I moved out, didn't I?
What?
I moved out of there after you disappeared with Nick.
Was that true? Was it an excuse to keep me away?
There's no point in telling you a lie.
Why did you move out without telling me?
Of course, it was because I didn't want to tell the person who caused me to move away.
Huh? Are you saying I'm the cause? Why you didn't want to tell me?
You really don't get it. Why don't you put your hand on your heart and think about it?
Are you asking me to think the reason that you and our parents moved away without telling me? Is there any other reason than that everyone is heartless and cruel?
Heartless and cruel? Is that your self-introduction?
Of course not. Just say it right now. Don't waste time.
At our wedding 5 years ago, we invited not only relatives, but also my classmates and colleagues from work. It means my local friends and acquaintances see me as the unfortunate bride who had her husband taken by sister on the day of the wedding. Now everyone treats me with caution, trying not to upset my mood. Some of them said hurtful things to me like, "Maybe you are the reason he left." I couldn't stand this kind of thing. So I moved out. I even changed my job.
Only you should have moved out. There's no reason for all of you to move out together.
We thought there might be a possibility that you might come back sooner or later.
What do you mean?
There's no guarantee that you won't come back after eloping for the rest of your life. In fact, knowing you, we were sure you would come back to the house if you encountered any difficulties with living. We can't keep spoiling you anymore. We all discussed it, and everyone agreed. And the prediction came true. 5 years later, you tried to come back to the house. I knew it would happen, but it just hit me again how cheeky you are. Pretty funny, actually.
What the hell? I'm really in trouble. I don't know what to do. We've just divorced, and he kicked me and my baby daughter out of the house. It's normal to rely on family in this kind of situation.
The only reason you got divorced was because you cheated on him. There's no room for understanding you at all. Besides, if I were to accept you in such a situation at home, it's like I'm accepting my sister who took my husband as if nothing has happened before. Everyone in the world would see me as so silly. Even if you wouldn't come back home, we were uncomfortable thinking about how our neighbors would look at us. Do you think it's natural that we want to make a fresh start and move to a new place?
Oh my God!
What's happening?
I see a police car coming here!
Well, there's no wonder they called the police.
Oh no! Does this mean I'm trespassing? I may get arrested! Daniela, help me!
I don't care. Handle it on your own.
They made me pay for the food I ate! I only have $3 left! Help me!
Really? Did they let you go?
I told them I was a former resident, and the lady next door managed to prove it, and I only got a stern warning.
Got it.
So tell me the address where you moved.
I won't tell you.
Don't say that! I can't even stay in a hotel for $3. I have my daughter with me, If I can't find a place to stay, I don't know what I should do.
You said something about your new boyfriend. Why don't you just move in with him?
What? Oh, I see. Daniela! He had another girl! I went to my boyfriend's house and there was a girl who said she lived with him. She accused me of stalking them and kicked me out.
Oh my. Well,
What are you getting at?
feels like everything you've done so far is catching up with you, doesn't it?
What? What do you mean by that? Are you saying it's my fault?
There's a saying, like attracts like. I guess it's true. Those who easily steal or cheat on someone else's partner attract similar people.
Ha! That's too much! I didn't know my boyfriend had a woman living with him. My daughter could be that man's child. I'm a victim.
You're having a child whose father is uncertain, so what makes you a victim? But you're moving from place to place with an infant in your arms right now, right?
Yes, I am. She's already tired and sleeping. I might also get exhausted and collapse. I can't take it anymore. Please, help me.
Where are you now?
Near Holland Station.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Do you know the hotel diagonally to the right of the north exit of Holland Station?
The brown building with the convenience store on the first floor?
Yes, that's it. I got a hotel room in your name for the night. I paid by my credit card.
Really?
I didn't do it for you. I'm doing this because I feel sorry for the baby who's been dragged around at this time of night. The baby is innocent. But I can't pay the extra charge, so please be prepared for that and stay there.
Okay.
Checkout time tomorrow is 10 a.m. Wait in front of the hotel around that time.
Okay, I'll be there. I knew what I should have is a sister. I'll see you tomorrow, cutie. Daniela, what's going on here? Why is Aunt here?
Oh, it's already 10 o'clock? I'm glad you made it.
What do you mean? I thought you were gonna pick me up.
I never said anything about that.
What?
While you are wandering around, if you'd say I'm sorry even only once, Dad and Aunt were thinking that they might be renting an apartment for you. But the words never came out from you.
So?
Instead of apologizing, you justified yourself and started saying that I am a victim. We decided to re-educate you very strictly. It's decided that you'll stay at Aunt's place from today.
I don't want to. My aunt is a person I hate the most among our relatives. She's so strict about manner and such. Every time we have a family gathering, she says my skirt is too short and my makeup was too much. And she always told me to be more modest as a high school student.
We agreed in a family meeting that only someone as strict as Aunt could address your selfishness. From now on, you will work at Aunt's diner. We hope your personality changes in a good way there.
No way! I hate that stubborn old hag!
Besides, it seems you don't care about this much, but Nick and I agreed that he and you would cover the cost of the cancelled wedding fee because both of you caused this to happen.
Huh? It was cancelled, but why do we have to cover it?
Definitely, you have to. At that point, the preparations for the wedding were almost finished. I mean, all the expenses for the wedding had already been spent. There's no choice to pay. Same goes for the honeymoon that got cancelled. I couldn't find you at the time, so I paid for it on your behalf temporarily. You also have to pay me the compensation. Work and pay me back all those amounts.
Are you asking your sister to pay the compensation?
That's right.
Then Nick should pay it too.
He has already paid it.
Really?
He recently reached out to me. He told me he has already sent money to my bank account. I don't know where he is now, though. He told me he wanted to resolve the issues with our family and completely end the relationship with you. As long as he settles all the amount he has to cover, I'm not interested in where he goes. After I received the money, I completely ended the relationship with him.
But
from now on, work at Aunt's Diner. And make sure to pay me back the full $40,000.
$40,000?
I know it's not easy while raising a child, but you'll have to work hard. Anne has experience in raising children, so I'm sure she'll take good care of you. She says she will educate your daughter well so that she won't grow up to become a troublesome girl just like you. You can rest assured.
What? No!
After that, my aunt took my sister Sarah to her house. And from that night, she started working at the restaurant. Because of her bad attitude, she was made to do chores such as washing dishes and cleaning instead of serving customers. I heard that when my sister doesn't clean properly, my aunt strictly guides her and she ends up crying while working. My sister has her daughters stay at daycare, works, and gets scolded by our aunts to repay the debt to me as soon as possible. I heard that she works from the opening to the closing of the diner every day.
Hey there, sis. It's Mary. I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you? Hey, Karen. Oh no, are you ignoring me? Mary, what do you want? I'm not feeling too well right now. If it's not urgent, can we talk later? What, do you have a cold? I don't have a cold. What, are you lying then? No, I'm not. I'm tired. Can we just call it a day? No. I'm your only little sister. Why don't you at least give me some time to chat with you? I don't have a sister. Ooh, I haven't felt that attitude of frozenness for a long time, but I never give up. You haven't gotten over that annoying attitude. You're so cold to say that. I'm texting you today because I have something important to tell you. I never wanted anything to do with you again. What do you want now? Come on, I'm going to hate you again if you're being so icy. I'll be as icy as I can if you would hate me for it. I mean, what kind of nerve did you have to contact me? You didn't forget what you did you? What was it? You're a jerk. Goodbye. Wait, I remember exactly what I did. I stole your boyfriend, right? That was 2 years ago. You should drop it. I should drop it? You're the one who stole my boyfriend, so you have no right to say that. You always wanted to take everything that belonged to me. But I couldn't stand to have my boyfriend taken from me, so I warned you. But you wouldn't listen to me no matter what I said. That's why I tried not to let you see my boyfriend whenever I had one. But you would try every possible way to find out if I had a boyfriend. And 2 years ago, you even took away the boyfriend I was thinking of marrying to. I'm not going to forgive you. And I told you I'd cut you off as sisters. Don't get all prissy with me about the past. You're going to get wrinkles. Oh, I'm getting a headache. I'm blocking you. Bye. Wait, Actually, I'm texting you today with 2 announcements. Announcements? I don't really care. It's terrible that you don't care. I'm going to cry. Why do you act like that only in front of guys? It's just irritating and doesn't mean anything when you do it in front of me. I mean, how did you get my contact information anyway? I changed my phone, my number, my account. That's easy. You're just careless, Karen. What? What do you mean? I asked Dad for a little help, and he told me. I cried and begged, saying I really wanted to apologize to you, and Dad gave in. Dad, again? You were just acting out your crying, right? You're right. I can always fool Dad, but it never works with you. I made sure Mom and Dad didn't tell you. Mom didn't tell me, though. I knew dads are indulgent with their daughters. Dad has always had a soft spot for you. I don't blame him. I knew you'd use any means to get my contact information anyway. So, what are the announcements? Oh yeah, I'm getting married. Oh, congratulations. That's all? Well, is it not enough? Should I also add I wish you happiness? No, come on, you're not being honest. I didn't ask for your blessing. Express your frustration in words. Well, I'm not frustrated. Of course you're frustrated, because I'm getting married before you are. If your little sister gets married before you do, don't you get all frustrated? I don't think older sisters should get married first. Like I said before, I don't consider you my sister in the first place. I don't give a shit about marriage announcement from people I don't care about as much as other people I pass in the neighborhood. Actually, this is not the case. You're definitely going to contact me. Why would I contact you? Because the man I'm marrying to is your current boyfriend. Oh, you mean James? The guy you stole from me 2 years ago? After dating for 2 years, it's not surprising that you're getting married. James is my ex and I don't care about him at all, so be my guest. It's not James. That thing didn't even last 3 months. 3 months? You stole him from me, remember? It couldn't be helped. I get bored of stuff as soon as they become mine. Don't make it sound like men are things. It's fun and thrilling to steal something from you, but once I have it, it's not so exciting anymore. You're such an asshole. So why does this have to do with me? Oh, you haven't noticed yet? You're so insensitive, aren't you, Karen? I'll give you a hint. This man lives in Parkview apartment and he's tall and wearing glasses and... What? No way. Yes, that's right. I'm dating your fiancé, Alex. I'm sorry I stole your stuff again. Is it true? If it was a lie, I wouldn't have contacted you like this. Like James, your boyfriends have always been high spec, right? That's why I decided to get your boyfriend to marry me. What? Then why didn't you marry James? Because James and I didn't last long. I thought marriage wasn't for me yet, considering my age. But this time, there's a reason why I have to get married. Reason? What do you mean? You'll be surprised. Here's my second announcement. I'm 4 months pregnant. Sorry, Karen, I'm having a baby, and it's your fiancé's. I'm sorry, I'm marrying first and becoming a mom first. What? You're pregnant? Really? Yup. Are you shocked? But this is the reality, so take it in stride. I see. That's why I want you to break up with your boyfriend. I mean, breaking up with him is the only option. Yeah, if you're having a baby, I don't have a choice. Are you sure? You're not mad? Yeah, I'm fine. It was all so easy. It was a bit of a disappointment. Well, it's not the baby's fault, so you should be happy. You're giving me your blessing? Thank you. Yeah. Can I ask you something? What? How did you meet him? Well, about a year ago, I was just hanging around town and I saw you. I had nothing to do at the time, so I followed you. You followed me? Calm down. I thought you would notice right away and it was just for fun. But you didn't notice me at all and went into Parkview apartment. I followed you inside. Then you pressed the front door intercom at one of the rooms. I kept looking at you from behind a pillar, and to my surprise, a handsome guy came out from inside. You were talking with him in a friendly tone for a while. But why did you think he was my fiancé? I looked closer and saw that you were wearing a ring on your left ring finger. Oh. I thought that means he must be your fiancé, so I made sure you were out of the apartment, and then I went to his room. What? I'm a proactive person. He was such a tall, handsome guy, so I couldn't help myself. I introduced myself as Karen's sister, and he immediately exchanged contact information with me. We promised to go on a date, and then we became close friends. I see. It's a crime to be beautiful, isn't it? Even though he had a fiancé, he fell for me so easily. The guys who become your boyfriend are all really nice people. They're all very kind and they listen to everything I say. Well, that's great. So this is a bit sudden, but we're having our wedding next week. I was wondering if you could come too?
Huh? Next week? It's too sudden.
I wasn't sure if I should invite you or not. I didn't know your home address, so I couldn't even send you the invitation. But Mom and Dad are both mad at me for stealing your boyfriend last time. They said they won't attend my wedding. It would look weird if none of my relatives were there, so I thought I had no choice but to invite you.
Oh, so you had no choice but to invite me for the sake of appearances.
No, that's not it. I really want you to come. You're an important family of mine. I want to show you my big day.
Okay. But I'm sorry, I don't think I can go to your wedding.
Why?
Because I just can't.
Are you mad at me for taking away your fiancé?
I don't really care about that, but I can't go anyway.
It's your only sister's wedding.
I told you before, I don't have a sister.
You're talking about that again? You're persistent, Karen. Just make sure you come. If you don't, I'll never forgive you.
I don't need your forgiveness.
No. I'll make sure you'll be there. You're coming, right, Karen?
I knew you'd be mad at me. If that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and arrange your seat. I hope you'll be disappointed to see Alex and I looking so happy.
Where are you, Karen? Everyone's already here.
I thought the notifications were so loud. It was you. What do you want? I don't really want to be on my phone right now.
You didn't forget, did you?
What? Today is my wedding. It's your cute little sister's big day.
Oh, I sort of remember you talking about that. I just told you a week ago. Karen, you are coming, aren't you?
I told you I'm not going to your wedding.
I told you to come for sure.
I just can't.
Where are you? Just come over right now.
I told you I wouldn't go, didn't I? I mean, I physically can't go.
What? What do you mean physically?
Actually, I'm at the OBGYN right now.
OBGYN? Why?
Because I just had a baby.
What?
Of course, my man is with me.
Your man, meaning your fiancé?
Well, technically, he's my husband now that we're registered.
What? What do you mean? You're married?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you because you didn't ask me.
What's that? That's impossible. I mean, who's the guy? Your fiancé is about to get married to me, you know. You mean you got a new boyfriend right away?
No, I didn't break up with my boyfriend. We got married and had our first child together.
I don't understand at all. What's going on?
Then who's this guy next to me?
Are you saying he's not your fiancé?
To put it simply, you're getting married to someone you think is my boyfriend.
What? What's that?
That can't be true.
What are you saying? Are you crying sour grapes?
You have a record of stealing my boyfriends, so I was surprised when you first told me, but then I heard the description of this man and I realized.
The description?
You said Alex was tall and he wore glasses, but my Alex is shorter than an average man, and he has good eyesight, so he never wears glasses.
That's a lie. I can't believe it.
Then tell me the full name of the man you're going to marry to.
Full name? It's Alex Smith, right?
I knew it. It's not him. The man I'm married to is Alex Simmons.
It's the same name, but the last names are different? Wait, I'm getting confused. Please explain what you mean.
Well, calm down and listen to me. It's just a coincidence that they have the same name. They've known each other since kindergarten, and they've been friends after they grew up. They were sharing an apartment for a few years because Alex Smith asked the other Alex to.
You mean they lived together? In Park View apartment?
That's right. Well, my husband Alex, he moved out as soon as he decided to marry me.
Then why did you show up at the apartment that day?
I had something to deliver to Alex, my fiancé at the time. But he wasn't home, so I gave it to the other Alex and left.
Wait, what's that?
I was surprised when I heard the name of the apartment from you, but when I heard that he was tall, I immediately realized that you were talking about the other Alex.
Oh no, why didn't you tell me sooner? I had no obligation to tell you, and since you're pregnant, you had no choice but to marry him, right? And Alex, who's next to you right now, has been wanting to get married for a while. That's why I said I wished you happiness. No way. I was so happy because I thought I won. Well, this is not a game with a winner and loser. Wait, I don't know anything about Alex. What? I was so relieved that he's your boyfriend. I didn't know what he does for a living, or you're getting married to a man you don't know anything about? Hey, what does Alex do? Why don't you just ask him? I can't ask him now. He seems to be a freelancer. A freelancer? He hasn't had a regular job since he graduated from college. No way. He seems so serious. I thought he was a regular employee. Well, I don't know the details either, but it looks like he's been working part-time since he failed at job hunting. So he lives on a part-time job? No, apparently he only works 2 or 3 times a week. I don't think it's possible for him to live on that. Huh? But he bought presents for me, and he paid for me when we dined out. He didn't seem to be in need of money. I'm sure he has other jobs. All I know is, I know he loves horse racing. Horse racing is gambling. I wonder if he bought you meals when he made money gambling. It's just my guess. I don't want that. We're about to have a baby, and I'm marrying a freelancer who likes to gamble? It's your fault that you didn't care to check on that. I thought I had nothing to worry about because he's your boyfriend. And I was so preoccupied with the baby. What should I do? What's going to happen to me now? I can only see a bleak future. Don't worry. Think positively. According to my husband, your Alex gambles, but he doesn't cheat on his girlfriend. He doesn't work, but he does the housework. Does that mean I have to support him? That might happen. I don't want that. Karen, help me, please. This is too much for me on my wedding day. Well, it's the life you chose on your own. I just finished giving birth, so I can't do anything for you. Well, even if I could, I wouldn't help you. Hey, what's your husband like? What does he do? Huh? He runs his own company. What's that? You mean he's the president of the company? That's right. Karen, that's not fair. Excuse me? You got married before I did, and your husband is running a company. You even had a baby before I did. I thought I was better than you in every way, but I've lost everything to you. Well, I'm not trying to compete with you, Mary. Even though you got things wrong, you're lucky you ended up marrying a good-looking guy. No matter how good-looking he is, if he's a freelancer who likes to gamble, he's not high-spec at all. Hey, Karen, want to trade husbands? Huh? It's not fair that you're the only one who's happy. Mary, stop it. You're going to be a mother now. I'm not sure if I can live my life with him. You're the wife of the president, and you have money to spare, don't you? I quit my job when I got pregnant, and my savings are almost gone. Will you support me financially after my baby is born? No, thanks. You're on your own. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm not going to steal your boyfriend anymore. Please, help me this one time. That's the first time you've ever said you're sorry. Will you help me then? Of course not. I'm not going to forgive you for the rest of my life. This time it was the wrong guy, but you tried to take my boyfriend away again. 2 years ago, you didn't just try to steal my boyfriend, but you actually did. How can I forgive you? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for what I did this time and what I did 2 years ago. So please, help me. I won't. Oh, it's almost time for me to breastfeed, so I'm going to turn off my phone. I wish you all the best. Karen, wait a minute. Please. This is how Mary learned the identity of her marriage partner right before her wedding. She had a gloomy expression on her face throughout the wedding, and it seems that getting divorced crossed her mind, but since she was already pregnant, it was not an easy separation. At any rate, she had a safe delivery. She is frustrated by the fact that her partner does not work diligently, and she is living an anxious life. On the other hand, I am spending peaceful and happy days with my loving husband and cute son. I have been frustrated by the fact that my sister kept stealing my boyfriends, but if I think about the fact that I met my current husband thanks to her, maybe I should be a little grateful to her.
Monica? Monica, reply to me now. Monica, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Julie. You're always goofing off. I was just hanging the laundry and didn't notice your text. Is there anything urgent? You're on maternity leave from today, right? That's right, but I still have some paperwork to do, so I have to go to the office until today. What the heck? Why don't you live at your company? What do you mean? You only know work. You never fulfill your role at home. You should at least come over and help me with the cleaning and cooking while you're on maternity leave. Oh, I'm going out today, so I can't go over. And besides... What? Josh told me that you said I don't have to go over. What do you mean? Josh would never say such a thing. He's so nice, he must have been worried about me. Worried? He said if I go to your house, you will give me a hard time about this and that. Huh? Josh said that? Rude. And I got a text from Eric too. From Eric? What did he say? He said, you may call me over, but I don't have to come. Eric said that? That was uncalled for. He said I must be tired from all the hard work I've been doing and told me to stay home and relax during my maternity leave. So I think I won't be going there for the time being. You're such a brat. He was just being polite. I didn't like you before you married Josh, but now I don't like you even more. Monica? Monica, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Julie. I was just putting Amy to bed. By the way, thanks a lot for coming over to see Amy the other day. You and Eric. It's not that I wanted to see you or Amy. Eric took me there. I see. You're taking care of the house, aren't you? Are you taking care of Josh? Yes, I'm feeling better now, and I'm getting used to parenting. I'm doing my best with the housework as before. That's a given. You have to do it whether you're used to it or not. All right. If you say you can't do that, divorce. Divorce? I entrusted you with Josh. You have to do it right. I understand. By the way, about Amy. What about her? She's not getting any cuter. Is she really Josh's? What the hell, Julie? Don't be ridiculous. Josh will be angry too. She doesn't even look like Josh, even though she's a girl. They say girls take after their fathers, right? And yet, Amy doesn't resemble Josh at all. That's not true. All my friends say, Amy, you look just like Josh. No, she doesn't take after him at all. She has your puffy eyes. She's not cute at all. You don't have to say it like that. Amy was only born 2 months ago. I'm sure her face will change more and more from now on. Not gonna happen. From now on, she'll look even more different from Josh. Julie, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean. Don't play dumb with me. What? Amy is not Josh's, right? Huh? You crossed the line. Amy is Josh's daughter. He loves her very much. That's because Josh thinks she's his daughter. But I know what I see. That's not Josh's. You're being ridiculous. Then get a DNA test. Excuse me? I won't believe she's my grandchild until a DNA test confirms that. Julie, you've got to be kidding. Why do you need a DNA test? Because Amy doesn't look too much like Josh and you're suspicious. That's enough. If you have nothing to hide, you should be able to test her right away. Why do I have to do that? It costs money to do a DNA test, you know. We can't spend money on such a ridiculous thing. I knew it. I hit the spot. You're trying to make lame excuses to cover it up. You're way off. If you insist on not taking the DNA test, divorce Josh right now. Why should Josh and I get a divorce? I really don't get it. It's because Amy is from your affair. Isn't it obvious? Ever since you got married, you've been away from home for work. I knew it was suspicious, so you cheated, huh? That's nonsense. Please stop it already. I'll tell Josh about this convo. Fine. I hope Josh realizes this now, that you're cheating on him. Julie, how dare you let Josh raise a child from your affair? I won't let it slide. No way. Monica? Yes? Did you tell Josh about the DNA test? Yes, I did. And what did he say? He said it was ridiculous and that there was no need to discuss it with you. Huh? Josh said that? Even though I'm so worried about him, Josh would never say such a thing. He was a very kind boy. Josh is always kind. When Amy cries a lot at night, he lets me sleep in the morning. When he finishes work early, he cooks dinner. On weekends and holidays, he babysits Amy. He is a very nice husband and father. What? You let Josh do that? He does it voluntarily. He is a really kind person. How dare you force my son to do these? Who do you think you are? I didn't let Josh marry you to be your slave. Of course, I'm doing everything I can. I'm not forcing everything on Josh. But we always talk about how we should cooperate with each other as a couple. We always talk about it together. Really, you are appalling. You don't fulfill your role and you even have an affair? Unbelievable. Amy is Josh's. I love Josh with all my heart. There is no way I would have an affair. What a shameless person. I'll definitely get rid of you. You have my word. Hey, Monica. Answer the phone. What is it? Hey, watch your attitude. Well, it's about time to reveal your true colors. Please, enough already. Can we just stop? Because this is getting too ridiculous. Wait a minute. You're trying to get away because you're guilty, aren't you? You're so obvious. What are you talking about? Where did you go 3 days ago? 3 days ago? Oh, I went to a farewell party for a colleague who's getting transferred. He's a good friend of mine, so I left Amy with Josh and went. Farewell party? Stop lying. I'm not. Josh drove me there. You can ask Josh. You were standing in front of that hotel with a man, weren't you? I saw it myself. And you went into the hotel alone with him, didn't you? What are you talking about? That man is Amy's father, isn't he? I thought they looked alike somehow. You mean Justin? Julie, Justin was at our wedding. If you look at the photos, you'll see. He's my boss and Josh knows him very well. You were having an affair with someone Josh knows? The audacity! What are you talking about, Julie? I said I just went to a farewell party held at a hotel restaurant with Justin. Yeah, sure, your boss. How can you cheat on him so brazenly? How convenient for you. Cheating and then having Josh raise your child? Julie, I can't take this anymore. I should never have let him marry someone like you. I feel sorry for Josh. I can't stand this. Josh met Justin and they talked before. Please, ask him. Are you trying to blame Josh for your affair? Huh? Amy is definitely Josh's. Besides, that day, I was waiting in front of the hotel with Justin. But we found out that everyone else was already inside the hotel. We just entered the hotel late. Can't sound more like an excuse. I can't deal with your fiction anymore. Take care now. Good morning, Julie. Oh, it's you, Monica. What do you want? Please don't harass me. What do you mean? What an uneducated brat. You sent me mails, didn't you? What are you talking about? Please don't play dumb with me. You sent me divorce forms day after day. I don't know anything, but you must mean a sign from the universe that you guys should get divorced because of your affair. Nice joke. Josh wants to tell you. Tell me what? That if you harass me anymore, he'll cut you off. We are not getting any divorce, so don't send us anything strange. That's it. You reek of lies. There's no way Josh would say that. That's what you said, right? You don't want to get divorced because you just want Josh to raise your illegitimate child. I told you that Amy is Josh's. You won't take a DNA test and you won't divorce? Josh has fallen for such a nasty woman. Oh well, I'll do anything to make you divorce. What do you mean? I'm not divorcing Josh. Yeah, keep blabbering. Julie, pick up the phone right now. Oh, it's you. What's the fuss? Please don't pretend you know nothing. What on earth did you do? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Amy, where did you take Amy? What the hell are you talking about? Don't mess with me. I just woke up and Amy is gone. You took her somewhere, didn't you? Where did you take her? Wait a minute. You're still so obnoxious and weird. I don't know anything. I don't even want to have anything to do with Amy. Because the only person in our house was you. The only one who came in and out of our house today was you. Who else would have taken Amy out? Why is it my fault? Could it be a burglar? It can't be. Nothing has been ransacked. Nothing has been stolen. Only Amy was missing from her bed. Burglars nowadays must also steal babies. Julie, please answer seriously. You came to our house in the afternoon with tea and some sweets. I regret so much that I let you in. How rude! I suddenly felt so sleepy as soon as I finished the tea, so I fell asleep on the sofa. You must have put some sleeping pills in the tea. Wait a minute. My kindness is wasted on you. I only brought you nice tea. But you didn't drink it, did you? Because it was laced with sleeping pills, wasn't it? Because I just wanted to eat cake right away. I had the leftover tea examined. Turned out, there were sleeping pills dissolved in it. What the? Amy disappeared and I panicked, so I called Josh. Then, the police came right away. The police? Why would Josh do that? Because his daughter disappeared? Isn't it a given? This is a kidnapping case, right? It's not that big of a deal. Amy is gone. You are Josh's mother. You know how it feels to lose a child, don't you? That's right. I'd go half crazy if Josh disappeared. That's right. That's what I'm going through right now. Julie, I'll never forgive you. What are you blabbering about? Watch your tone. I won't forgive you if you harm Amy, whoever you are. Where did you take her? How the hell do I know? You're not going to tell me? Josh just called and said she's under his protection. What? Amy? Josh was sure it was you. He told the police everything he could think of. Then, We got told that Amy was taken into custody at the facility closest to our house. A classmate of yours works at the facility, right? Huh? She told us that you brought Amy to her. Oh no. We won't accept an illegitimate child as our grandchild. That's why I left her there. Why would you do such a terrible thing? Because you wouldn't divorce Josh. Are you going to let Josh raise that girl? Divorce Josh right now. You're the one who's divorcing. What? What the heck are you talking about? This matter has been reported to the police and Eric as well as to Josh. I talked to Josh before I called you. Eric was also very angry. And Josh too, of course. What? You told Eric? That was so unnecessary. Because a child was kidnapped. Of course I had to do it. I heard that Eric went to my office to apologize as well. What? Why? You harassed Justin about him having an affair with me, didn't you? How did you know that? Because Justin called me. He said you made such a scene at work. I was so embarrassed. I just wanted to crawl into a hole. So it seems Eric went to apologize to Justin for me. What the heck? Oh my God, what do I do now? According to Josh, Eric is thinking of divorcing you. You're lying. I did it for Josh. You're tricking my family. You're still saying that. And by the way, Josh is also cutting ties with you. He says that's the only way to keep Amy safe, and I agree. Wait a minute. I am the bad guy? You just realize that now? You drugged me? That's already a punishable felony. You kidnapped Amy? That's child abduction. And you were forcing me to divorce Josh? This could also be considered extortion. You should be put in jail. You're exaggerating. Of course, Eric doesn't want to stay with a criminal. You're lying. I didn't mean to. Then what were your intentions? I can't understand you at all. I just wanted Josh to come home. I just wanted to live happily with Josh like we used to. Josh is an adult now. He's married, has a family of his own, and has a daughter. He can't be your little boy forever. Yes, but... Have you realized that you've lost everything because of your selfish desires? Our family will never see you again. Eric is considering a divorce. You will be all alone from now on. I don't want that. How will I live on my own? I can't. Monica, you have to convince Eric and Josh. Don't you feel sorry for me? Why should I? You kidnapped my daughter? You gotta be kidding me. The police will be there soon and you'll be taken care of there. I don't want to. I didn't do anything to get caught by the police. Wouldn't it be nice if you testified for me? Wouldn't it be nice if I blocked you? In fact, I'll block your account after this exchange. I don't think we'll have anything to talk about here. So long, Julie. Wait a minute, Monica. You're abandoning me? Monica, save me! After that, Julie was arrested when the police arrived at the scene. Of course, Eric filed a divorce through his lawyer. Julie persisted in talking to Eric, but he never saw Julie again. The divorce was finalized through the lawyer. Josh and I cried a lot that Amy was safe. Josh apologized over and over again for Julie's behaviors, but it was never Josh's fault. We promised to work together to raise Amy to be a respectable adult. Now that I have isolated myself from Julie, I will be able to raise my child with peace of mind. I still see Eric frequently. He has already become a sweet and doting grandfather. I will do my best to ensure that this happiness lasts forever. Sylvia, do you have a minute? I have a favor. Mom? I'm on my lunch break, so it's fine. What's up? Can you lend me some money? Money? What for? Well, you know. How much do you need? Over $50,000. $50,000? And what do you mean over? The more, the better. You should at least understand that. What the hell do you need that much money for? It's not a small amount of money. I can't lend you money I don't even know what it's for. You'll have to find someone else. Oh, no. Actually, Katie is buying a house, so I thought I'd help her a little. Sis? She lives in a condo, right? She's not single and poor like you. Her husband, Sean, makes $300,000 a year. It's natural when he owns some real estate. She has found a good husband. Then there's no need to help her. She can manage without your money, right? If you really want to help her, why don't you help her when she moves out? No way. Think about her situation. It's not very comfortable for her to rely everything on him. They're family. Does it matter? It's not something for you to worry about. You're so cold. You're a single woman. You don't even know what it's like. I don't care what you think. There's no need for me to help her buy a new house. Besides, you're too easy on her. You take care of everything. Isn't that natural? Unlike you, Katie has always been very talented. She's also much more beautiful than you. She even found a husband like Sean who makes $300,000 a year. I'm happy being her mother. Sorry for being single. That's why at least help me with the funds. You don't have to give it to Katie, but just lend me the money. I don't understand. I refuse. Why? How could I have more than $50,000 in savings? Well, even if I did, I wouldn't lend you the money for that reason. You really make your parent disappointed. Your mother is begging you so much. And look at you. You still live with me and never got married? But I pay for your living expenses. That's why you don't have to work, right? Don't be so bossy. Your sister is married to a man who makes $300,000 a year and lives a wealthy life. What a world of difference. People are happy in different ways. I don't want a life like hers, so it's fine for me. Well, that's true. It's impossible for you to have the same thing as her. Don't be rude. So, about the money? No, I don't have $50,000 to lend you. I was a fool to ask you. Sylvia, can I talk to you? What is it? Is it about the money again? I don't have $50,000. Yes, I know. I already know that. Then what now? Will you get out of the house? Huh? Why? Actually, I've decided to put the house on the market. Why all of a sudden? You didn't tell me. Why should I ask you? Why? Because it's also the house I live in. Just because you live here doesn't mean it's in your name. That's true, but why all of a sudden? Actually, Katie found me a nice place to live. What? A new apartment was built near their apartment. What? In that expensive area? Yes. It's near a station and convenient for everything. So she thought it would be easy for me, who will get old soon. What? Mom, Are you going to buy that apartment? Well, yeah. How are you going to pay for it? Of course, it's impossible. That's why I'm selling the house. Katie and her husband will pay the rest. Isn't it great? Mom, think about it. That's too convenient. You're being rude to your sister. Sean makes $300,000 a year, you know? It's more natural to be grateful, isn't it? Mom, tell her to call me. I'll talk to her directly. What are you going to talk to her about? You're going to tell her, where am I gonna live? Or, you're going to ruin my life. Or something like that, huh? That's true, but I want to talk to her about your apartment. You don't need to talk about it. I have Katie and her husband with me, and they have my future in mind. I don't need your opinion. Are you abandoning me? We've lived together all this time. Don't make me the bad one. I'm about to live my old age in a luxury apartment. You should be happy for me. You never tried to listen to me. That's because I have Katie and her husband with me. I have a brilliant son-in-law who makes $300,000 a year, you know? Why should I listen to you, a single daughter living poorly? Oh, so that's your honest feeling? Then I won't say anything. If you had lent me the $50,000, none of this would have happened. What do you mean? I was actually going to pay the deposit with that money. But you refused, so I decided to sell the house. If I move into the apartment, I won't need this house anymore, right? That's why you're not a child anymore. You can live on your own. Unlike them, I don't need a poor girl who can't make a living, so get out. Fine. If that's the case, please have them take care of everything from now on. I won't be involved, so keep that in mind. Of course! I'm going to enjoy an elegant retirement life with them, so I don't want poor you hanging around. Stop relying on your mother forever. Sylvia? What? Where do you live now? Why? You know, I kicked you out, so I was worried about where you were living. You don't need to worry about me. I'm not a kid anymore. I've rented an apartment and I'm living on my own. That's good. I'm relieved. Well, I have nothing to do with you anymore, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute. I need to tell you something. What is it? I told you I won't be involved anymore. That means I've cut you off. Don't say that. Sylvia, can I stay in your apartment for a little while? Why? You bought a luxury apartment, right? Aren't you going to live an elegant retirement life? Actually, as soon as I sold the house, I lost contact with Katie and her husband. What about the necessary documents and money? They needed them for the procedure of my new apartment, so they took them home. I haven't heard from them since then. I knew it. That's what I thought. What? What do you mean? Didn't you wonder about Sean in the first place? A job that makes $300,000 a year. What kind of job is that? Do you know what he does? Why would I know? I wouldn't understand even if I hear it. He didn't go to university. And do you think he has the knowledge to earn $300,000 a year? I don't think he has that kind of talent. Who knows? Nowadays, if you have computer skills and business sense, you can make as much money as you want. It doesn't matter if his education is low. He couldn't even give me a quick reply. so I didn't think he has communication skills. Communication is the most important thing to expand business, you know. I felt he was shady. Are you saying that he's lying? He paid the shortfall to buy me an apartment. You're just jealous because you're poor, huh? Of course not. I don't need to make a lot of money. Besides, Katie didn't call me. Oh, she said she didn't want to talk to a poor sister. I guess you couldn't talk to her anyway. Well then, tell her to call me now. In the meantime, you stay at a hotel or something. Sylvia, hey. Sylvia, I can't get in touch with Katie or Sean. Of course not. What? Do you know something? You didn't see the news? What news? I heard Katie's husband got arrested. Huh? What do you mean? That man was a fraud. What? That's a lie. He's Katie's husband. He made $300,000 a year. That's exactly why it's suspicious. I told you, he didn't seem to have that kind of business sense. You knew it? Kind of. Why didn't you tell me? I warned you, didn't I? And I told you many times to make Katie call me. I know, but I never thought that he would. You know what? I'm in the real estate business. I can at least tell where the apartments are built. And there is no new apartment being built where you mentioned. What do you mean? The apartment you bought was never built anywhere. Huh? But Sean took me to the show apartment, and he frequently sent me pictures under construction. You can make it up. There are show apartments everywhere, and I assume he took you to the one of other properties anyway. No way. You fell for their line, and they took your house. That's a lie. Then my house... It's gone. Once you sell the house, you won't get it back. Oh no. Then the money from the sale? You left it all to them, right? Who knows where it is? Maybe they have used it all? No, I can't accept that. I will have no place to live and no money. I put all my savings to the deposit of the new house. Oh my. You've fallen for the scam. If you had listened to me, none of this would have happened. Sylvia, do something about it. Why me? Why? You're my daughter. Don't be silly. You made fun of me being poor, and then you kicked me out of the house. I'm sorry about that, but this time your mother is in trouble, so you can at least help me? I thought we have broken off our relations. Do you remember who said, I'm going to enjoy an elegant retirement life with Katie and her husband, so I don't want you, a poor girl, hanging around? That was... I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't need an apology now. You and I are strangers now. It's your fault, so figure it out yourself. Oh no. What happened to Katie? Huh? You don't know? What? I haven't seen her, and I haven't been able to reach her. Well, even if you could reach her, she wouldn't tell you herself. What? She knew about Sean, and she helped him scam. That's not true. But you can't get in touch with her, right? That's true, but... She took the money when you sold the house too, right? Well, so you're saying Katie was an accomplice? I guess so. I'm sure more and more evidence will come to light. They're getting information from people who were caught in the pyramid scheme. I think Sean belonged to a big organization. Oh no. You mean they were involved in crime together? It's natural to think that way. I heard Katie had a lot of debts. What? Why? I don't know. Did she live a luxurious life? When I think about it, it's true. She traveled abroad a lot. And she stayed in luxury hotels. She always wore brand name clothes. Wait. Maybe she paid them with borrowed money. Oh no. Sean had his eye on Katie, who owned a lot of money. And it's not surprising to think that you were the target, huh? So you're saying that Katie's marriage was also a lie? Who knows? I've never had such conversation with her, so I don't know. Sean definitely tricked her. That excellent girl would never scam. Maybe you're the only one who thought she was excellent. Katie is your sister. Why would you say that? In fact, she's in a lot of debt, right? I can't call her an excellent sister, can you? You're free to believe her or not. Okay, since it has nothing to do with me, please figure out the rest by yourself. Wait, Sylvia, are you going to abandon me? I have no place to live, no money, nothing. How can you abandon a mother like this? You abandoned me, didn't you? You believed Katie and Sean and kicked me out of the house and abandoned me. Do you think I'm going to help you? Don't be ridiculous. No, I didn't know you were so cold. I don't care what you say. I have no intention of helping you. You're not a child, so you'll have to take care of yourself. I've cut you off, so I'm going to block your number after this conversation. Wait a minute. Don't say that and help me. I'm a victim too. Sylvia. Nope. Please stay away from me. Well then, take care. After that, Sean was arrested for fraud, and Katie was arrested for cooperating in the fraud. According to what I heard, there were other crimes and they are now investigating. It will take some more time before a decision is made. My mother, who has lost her house and is penniless, has returned to the countryside where her relatives live. She is staying with the relatives and working several part-time jobs to make ends meet. In the countryside, gossips about Katie and Leah are spread around. So she can't walk with her head held high. I feel a little sorry for her, but I really don't want anything to do with them anymore. I continue to work in the real estate business as usual. I sincerely hope that there will be no more fraud cases like this one.
Natalie? What was that? That? Wait, are you talking about my fiancé I introduced today? Dad seems to like him. I don't think anything weird happened. What? Are you serious? That's why you'll always be poor. What are you trying to say? If you have something to say, just say it. Did you see the wine your fiancé brought today? Bringing such a cheap wine from the mall for future in-laws. Seriously? Such a completely clueless and poor choice. I was shocked, honestly. Well, maybe it's a wine that you can buy from the mall, but I don't think it was that bad. Plus, Dad likes wine from that store. He was being thoughtful, Mom. Your dad's preferences don't matter. He came to introduce himself as a fiancé. He'll be your future husband, Natalie. He should have brought more luxurious gifts. It's common sense. But unlike you, your sister Hannah understands these things. Last week, her husband gave us an expensive barbecue grill, you know. So it's natural to give us more luxurious gifts for an important day like this. Compared to you, Hannah, who married into a wealthy family, is on a whole different level. She's such a perfect daughter.
What?
That's what you wanted to say, right? I've heard that line so many times. So, is that all you wanted to say? If you're not gonna bother to get to know my fiancé and keep saying whatever you want, I'll end our conversation.
See? Here you go again. I'm telling you, you should fix your attitude. I went to the trouble of arranging a marriage with a wealthy man, and you rejected it. I thought you were dating a much wealthier man, but he's just a dirty, shabby, poor loser. You keep complaining and being stubborn. You never listen to me.
I'm not living just to please you, Mom.
Here you go again. Don't you disrespect me.
Are you gonna repeat the same conversation? You always say that talking with me is a waste of time. But do you realize that you're the one initiating the conversation 90% of the time?
Oh, really? Honestly, you're just jealous of Hannah, who married a wealthy man and is filial to me. It's so embarrassing.
So, is that all you wanted to say?
What?
It seems like it. I don't want to waste any more time, so bye, Mom. Hey, sis. Thanks for coming today. I'm sorry for asking you to meet with us suddenly while you're busy with work.
Hey, sis, you don't have to apologize. Since my favorite sister is introducing her fiancé, not going wasn't an option. I need to make sure Mom doesn't say anything weird, and I have to keep an eye on things.
Thank you so much for that. Thanks to you, it went smoothly and it ended well. As expected, Mom sent me mean texts just now.
I knew it. You don't have to worry about that, Natalie. Marrying a wealthy man Mom chose is ridiculous. I'd be happy if you ended up with someone you truly love, Natalie.
Thank you. By the way, your husband seemed to have sent something expensive to Mom again. Is everything okay?
Yeah, seems that way.
He used your credit card to buy and send it to Mom, right? Why not change your card information?
Well, I thought about that, but I figured this was a good time and I have a plan. So, don't worry about it.
A plan?
I'll tell you about it when we meet this weekend.
Okay, got it. Anyway, why does your husband keep sending expensive things to Mom one after another? Isn't it a bit unusual to give that much to your mother-in-law?
Oh, right. I didn't tell you, did I?
Tell me what?
My husband's mom isn't his biological mother.
Really?
His biological mom passed away when he was 5. My husband's current mom is the woman his father married a few years ago, so he doesn't see her as his mother. I don't know if that's the reason, but he seems to treat our mom as if she were his real mom.
Ah, I see. I get the situation. But using the wife's money to treat the mother-in-law,
and especially that kind of mother-in-law, you know? Well, yeah. I'll tell you more about it when we meet next time.
Got it. Well, I know you are smart and know what to do. But if you ever need help, I'm always here for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I know you're busy with preparations for your wedding in 6 months. If there's anything I can help with, I'm always here for you too.
Thank you, sis.
Natalie, you go ahead and break off the engagement now. Cancel today's wedding.
What are you talking about? You can't just say that on the day of the wedding. I have no intention or reason to do that.
Oh, I already contacted the venue to cancel, so it's fine. What? The wealthy guy I arranged for you before is still interested in you. He's willing to support us with a retirement fund of $100,000 if you marry him. So you have no choice but to marry him.
No.
What?
The cancellation notice came from the venue for us to double-check. Of course, we have no intention of canceling, and we've confirmed that the wedding will take place as planned today.
What did you say?
We are already in the midst of preparations.
What about the wealthy man? Are you really gonna disrespect your mother again?
What are you talking about? I didn't ask to arrange a marriage for me. You did it on your own.
What's your attitude? I made a reservation at a luxury restaurant and you're gonna meet that wealthy man tonight. I absolutely won't allow you to marry that poor guy.
Hey, Mom. After that, I immediately asked the staff to have you leave, but why did you come to the wedding dressed up like you were going to a funeral?
Because, considering the scale of the wedding, I thought it would be appropriate to dress up like that.
What do you mean?
Your wedding literally looks like a funeral. Your husband is a dirty, shabby, poor loser. The guests are only about 20 people, right? Both the husband and the wedding are too lame. In such a lame, poor couple's wedding, it's pitiful to see poor people laughing and enjoying themselves. Even if you dress up well in such a poor-looking place, the dress will just get dirty.
We invited only close family to keep the guest list small, as inviting from the groom's side would be endless.
Well, it doesn't matter. My goal is to prevent your wedding. If I ruined your wedding like that, the groom will probably give up on you, right? Now, hurry up and come home. You're gonna meet the wealthy man tonight.
I'm going on a honeymoon now.
What? Honeymoon?
I went through with the wedding until the end without you, Mom. We already registered our marriage too.
What did you say? The wedding venue was in fuss earlier.
It calmed down quickly.
What?
I informed all the staff and guests at the venue that they should be cautious of you from the beginning. I made sure that if you came, they wouldn't let you into the venue. I also informed the security guard.
Really?
Well, unfortunately, it looked like some staff got money from you and helped you. Everything got sorted out by asking for the right punishment for that person, so I let the venue handle the rest.
Wait a minute.
Putting that aside, Mom, don't you know who I married?
Huh?
Haven't you heard from my sister?
Why are you bringing up your sister now?
I see. You still have no interest in stories related to me, huh? You are calling my fiancé a poor loser, but he's gonna be the next president of the parent company of the company where Hannah's husband works.
What? The parent company? The next president? No way! Then why did he come to our house in dirty workwear?
Well, you made him show up within an hour by threatening not to approve the marriage while he was still at work. He didn't have time to change, so he hurriedly bought a wine and came to our house. He regretted that he couldn't prepare properly at that time.
So why the workwear then?
That company has a painting company as its subsidiary. He has been assigned as a president of that company for now.
What?
He sometimes goes to the painting site himself, so he wears workwear. You judge him based on his outfit and call him dirty and shabby.
Why didn't you say that first? If I had known, none of this would have happened.
I didn't want to say it.
What? Why?
At the time of Hannah's marriage, your selfish plan to marry your daughters into rich families just for your gain was so obvious.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, don't play dumb. Retirement money of $100,000 as a reason for me to get married? Seriously, that's just a lame and self-centered thing to say.
That...
And also, that man you are trying to get me married to, he's exactly the poor loser that you hate.
What?
My fiancé investigated who you were trying to get me married to. Firstly, it was revealed that he was the man who proposed to me 2 years ago. Furthermore, it turned out that he had embezzled at his workplace.
Embezzlement?
That is how he prepared the retirement fund of $100,000.
No way!
If you had accepted it, you would have been an accomplice to embezzlement. In the end, it's a good thing I decided to marry someone else, right?
Well,
So, Mom, I am cutting ties with you from today onwards.
What are you saying? I won't allow such a thing! Since you are marrying a wealthy man, you should share your blessing with me.
I really hate that kind of thinking.
Huh?
You married Dad because he was running his own company that time. Dad used to live a luxurious life when he was young, didn't he? But the business went bad and Dad had to close the company and become an ordinary office worker. Nevertheless, Dad worked hard to ensure our family could live a decent life. Both Hannah and I had no complaints about it. But Mom, you could not give up your previous extravagant habits. Even so, our lives are not for you to satisfy your greed.
What? Oh, I see. I understand. Well, it's fine. I still have Hannah, after all. My precious daughter who married a wealthy man for my sake.
Hannah got divorced not too long ago.
What? Divorced?
First of all, Hannah's marriage started when the president of her workplace asked her to take on the role of the next president.
What? Hannah is the next president?
After that, she ended up in an arranged marriage with the president's son. But it turns out he's a bit tight with money.
What? Tied with money?
Yes. In the first place, the reason Hannah was asked to become the president was because the son who was originally supposed to take over the company turned out to be unfit for the role.
What? But Hannah's husband is wealthy and he spends money well, right? He frequently gives me expensive gifts.
Do you know where that money for the gift you received from this stingy son comes from? It comes from Hannah's earnings.
What?
He used Hannah's credit card that were registered in an online shop to buy gifts for you. When Hannah noticed this, she changed the credit card information to her father-in-law's.
What?
Of course, she got the permission to do that. But do you know what happened next?
What?
Now his father knows that his son committed credit card fraud. Regardless of family members, using credit cards without permission is a fraud. Moreover, the total amount of fraudulent use was nearly $50,000.
$50,000?
It's insane, right? I guess he didn't care because no one ever said anything to him about it before. At first,
He only bought small things like food, clothes, and accessories. But recently, he spent $5,000 at once without hesitation. So that's why Hannah decided to divorce. Of course, she demanded the money he used with the credit card. She also decided not to pursue becoming the next president and quit her job. Currently, she's looking for a new job. What? Resigned? She gave up the position of the next president and is currently unemployed? What is she thinking? I thought she was a daughter dutifully entering into a wealthy marriage. I never expected she would do such a disrespectful thing to me. I don't see it as disrespectful, and I find your reaction unreasonable. My reaction is unreasonable? Anyway, it's been a long story. But neither Hannah nor I will live our lives the way you want. What? Just so you know, behind most sweet tales, there's usually a catch. Hey, Natalie! We're about to arrive at the airport, so goodbye! While I was on my honeymoon, Hannah took care of most things. Hannah severed ties with Mom, blocked her, and my dad decided to divorce her. My husband and I also disowned Mom. My husband also cut ties with Hannah's ex-husband. Originally, they knew each other, and that's how I met my husband. Despite everything that happened, I'm happy that I was able to marry my husband. My mom, who lost all her source of money, sought help from relatives while crying. But all my relatives know that she tried to ruin my wedding. Nobody helped an insane woman like her. Therefore, she reluctantly began working part-time, but her extravagant habits seem to remain the same. She spends almost all her money on payday, leading to days of accumulating debt. I can see her living through hell in enormous debt soon. Well, I wish her the best.
Mia, you got a minute? Yeah, do you need something? You were walking around with a guy earlier, weren't you? What? I know that. Know what? That you were walking around chatting with a random guy. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean Mr. Underwood? Who the hell is that? Is that the guy you're having an affair with? What are you talking about? I'd never do something like that. I'm already busy, as you know. Then who's that guy? He's taking advantage of me being out of town. You're taking him home, aren't you? What? That's actually crazy. Then why were you walking around with that guy with a smile on your face? Because I have to entertain him. Cut the crap. You're really sneaking around cheating on me with this chump of a coworker, aren't you? Why are you so convinced I'm cheating on you? Mr. Underwood may be young, but he's our client's boss. He's not a coworker. I need to show him some hospitality. It's literally part of my job. Nice excuse. I mean, how did you even know I was with Mr. Underwood? I got a picture. From who? Does it matter? Yeah. It's making me feel really creeped out. Am I being followed by someone? I thought maybe you were cheating on me. I asked someone to do it. Huh? Why would you do that? How would I cheat on you? You don't believe me? Not really. I've been worried about you, you know. I've been traveling a lot these days. What if you cheated on me while I was away? You don't know how it feels to be a man, do you? Of course I don't. I'm perfectly fine, so don't worry, okay? Can I really trust you? Of course. If you still don't believe me, my boss can vouch for me. Do you want him to give you a call? Nah. If you say so, then I believe you. I must have been wrong. Wasn't that obvious? So, are you going to be home from your business trip anytime soon? I don't know yet. I'll let you know how things go tomorrow. Okay. I got another picture sent to me. What is it this time? A picture of you having dinner with a guy. This stuff only happens during my business trips. What's the meaning of this? What pictures? I'm sending it to you now. This was the day before yesterday. Why are you having dinner with a guy? I'm not the only one who had dinner with him. Once in a while, everyone in accounting has lunch together. There were about 7 of us, men and women combined. Somehow, we're the only ones in the photo. Then who's this guy? My boss. Your boss? That's right. If you don't believe me, I've got plenty of witnesses. No, it's fine. I'm glad I know the truth. Do you really think I'm cheating on you again? Joseph, do you really find me that hard to believe? Well, who wouldn't think so if I saw a picture like this? Stop it. I would never cheat on you, especially publicly, and during work, no less. You don't know that. Anything can happen in a relationship, right? Joseph, aren't you being a little paranoid? What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, who the hell is taking these pictures? I can't tell you that. Why not? Because if I told you, I wouldn't be able to ask him to help me whenever I think you're cheating on me. I'm telling you, I'm not. All I do is work, shop, and come home. I cook dinner, I clean up, and I do the rest of the chores. I do that every day, you know. I've got no time for an affair. I'm away on a business trip. I don't know what you're really doing. What do you mean? What if you're having an affair while I'm gone? Are you still saying that? Whatever. That's enough. I'm sick of being stalked like this just on a whim of yours. If you ever do this again, I'll file a police report. I'm serious. I'll go to the police, okay? Okay. I believe you, Mia. I haven't even done anything to arouse your suspicion. I'm sorry. I just really love you, you know. If you love me so much, you have to fully trust me. You see, the way you're doubting me this much, it's making me sad. I'm sorry. Mia, are you at work? Joseph? Yeah, but I'm fine. I can at least text you though. What's wrong? You're on a business trip, right? I was, but the mother of a close colleague of mine passed away. I had to come back on short notice. Oh my, that's terrible. So you're coming home today? Well, I have to go to her funeral. Afterwards, I have to leave again as soon as possible. I see. Sorry. Well, I guess you were on a trip. You have no choice. Well, I just need to pick up my funeral outfit. It's hanging in the closet in my bedroom. Oh, okay. I'll take it with me then. Okay. I know it's a lot of work. My condolences to her family. And I'm sorry I couldn't meet you. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be working overtime again today anyway, so... I know you're busy at work. Please don't push yourself too hard. If you go down, I go down. Got it? Okay. I'll try my best. Mia, I can't believe you. I trusted you. What's wrong? Did you find your outfit? I don't care about the outfit. Huh? What's going on? I just went into the bedroom and found a pair of underwear in the house that's not mine. What do you mean? In the bedroom? I didn't see anything like that this morning. Are you sure it's not your underwear? It's not mine. That's why I'm texting you. You're the worst for cheating on me in our own home. Wait a minute. I don't know anything about this. I swear, I don't know a thing. You took advantage of my business trip. I knew you were cheating on me. Who was it? The guy you were walking with the other day? I don't know what you're talking about. I told you I'm not cheating on you. How many times do I have to tell you? You're terrible. Your husband's working his ass off for you, and you bring a man home and cheat on him. How slutty can you be? Isn't that your underwear? And they weren't there before I came to work. I'm telling you, I'm sure of it. I go home every day. Don't lie to me. It's bright as day. I have proof right here. Wait. If men's underwear really is in my bedroom, someone must have broken in. This is getting kinda creepy. Joseph, call the police. What are you talking about? I'm not calling the police. Don't try to cover up what you did. I'm not cheating on you. I would never cheat on you. Why don't you believe me? Because you've been acting suspiciously for a while now. I wanted to believe you, but if I find a pair of underwear in the bedroom that's not mine, how am I supposed to believe you? I really don't know. Why would they be in your bedroom? What if they ransacked the other rooms? No, they didn't. There was just a pair of underwear in your bedroom, so it's obviously suspicious, isn't it? No money or property stolen? No. I'm afraid to go home. Someone definitely broke in. Hey, how long are you going to keep on playing dumb? I knew you're cheating on me. How can you be so sure? I told you I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, it's even more suspicious when you get pissed off like that. Whatever. When you get back from your business trip, let's talk about it face to face. Hey, don't run away like that. I'm not running away. I said, let's talk about it. You're just trying to keep me in the dark, aren't you? That's enough. I'm divorcing you. Divorce? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I didn't do anything and I don't know anything about it, and now you're divorcing me? Stop blabbering nonsense. You've been cheating on me right under my nose. I have no intention of staying married to a woman like you. Oh no. You really won't believe me, will you? I wanted to believe you, but now I don't know what to think. I mean, I found a pair of men's underwear in the bedroom where I sleep. There's no way I would believe you. We're getting a divorce. Wait a minute. Don't just decide this on your own. Joseph, I just got home. I didn't find any men's underwear on the floor. Joseph? What? Are you trying to make up an excuse? I took the underwear. Why? So you don't toss them. Something like this is basically an admission that you cheated on me. I didn't see the underwear in the first place. I can't admit to something I didn't do. I made sure I took pictures to prove it. Here it is. Thanks for sending them. This underwear was in a bag, right? What? There was an empty underwear bag in the trash can in the bedroom. It was thrown there. Maybe your cheating buddy dumped it there, coming inside with a fresh pair of undies while the man in the house isn't there. What a chump. I'm telling you, I didn't bring any man into the house. I don't need any more excuses. I've already decided to divorce you. As long as I have proof of infidelity, I'm going to charge for alimony too. You're done. This is really weird. So I call the police on the way home. What? Because it's just too weird. The only possible thing happened that I can think of is trespassing. You call the police? This whole thing is so insane, it makes me want to vomit. What if someone broke in while you were sleeping alone? Are you an idiot? It's just your new boyfriend, isn't it? You'd be troubling the police too much, calling them every night he screwed you. I'm saying I don't know anything about this. Someone definitely broke into my bedroom. I might even have to move out. Would you go that far to cover up your own affair? I didn't think you were that crazy. There's no way it's trespassing. Tell the police to leave immediately. Don't let them get in the way of your job. No, there's definitely a reason for this. I was sure of it. I can't deal with you anymore. Anyway, I'm filling out a divorce petition as we speak. I'll see you in court. Joseph, when are you coming home? How long is your business trip? Don't be silly. I don't want to go home to a slut. Even if my business trip ends, I'm not going home until the divorce is finalized. I see. What's with you? I finally got the test results. What test results? Fingerprints. What do you mean, fingerprints? You said there might be a break-in at my place. You're still talking about that? It's your boyfriend, isn't it? No. I told you there was an empty bag in the trash that day. Yeah? And you sent me a picture of the underwear, right? I found it came from that bag. Same brand, same everything. What? Also, your fingerprints were found on the bag. Can you explain that to me? What? I don't know anything about the bag. I definitely don't remember touching it. Oh, and that strange feeling, like I'm being followed? Yeah, the one that started around the time you started talking about how I was cheating on you. Huh? I realized there's always this one woman hanging around, no matter where I go. I bet she's the one taking my picture, right? I don't know who that woman is. You're just imagining things, aren't you? I was really uncomfortable. I mean, I was scared. This one woman who was always following me around. So I took the plunge and hired a private investigator to look into it. A private investigator? You did that? Because it's crazy, right? I mean, strangers are literally taking pictures of me. And you say there was a pair of underwear in my bedroom? You suspect me of cheating on you, which I have zero memory of. And then? What do you expect? It's a private investigator. He got all the evidence he needed. Proof of what? That it wasn't me who was cheating, but you. What the hell do you mean? You lied about the business trip, didn't you? I wasn't lying. I was working hard. I even called your company to ask about it. Why would you do that? You've hardly had any business trips before. I thought it was strange that you've been taking so many long-term business trips. Then, they told me you never went on any business trips in the first place. You were at your real girlfriend's house anyway, weren't you? That's not true. I don't know who told you that, but it's gotta be a mistake. You pretended you were on a business trip. You used her to take pictures of me with a man. You were the one making up this affair, weren't you? No, I wouldn't cheat. But I have proof that you were on a date with this woman, and solid proof you were kissing in the park. There's plenty more, you know. Never underestimate a private investigator. When did this happen? Joseph, you've always been so obvious, and your reactions were so immature. You didn't think that would give you away? The private investigator even found adultery on your criminal record. It hit me right away. You even promised you wouldn't cheat again, didn't you? Did I? You swore if you ever cheated on anyone again, you'd divorce them. Or maybe you've forgotten, huh? What? I didn't make any promise. Don't play dumb with me. You got your parents involved in this. You even wrote a written promise in front of everyone. I'll send this in the group chat. That's dirty. What's dirty about it? You tricked me. You were the one that tricked me, weren't you? You can't just pretend I cheated on you and then think about divorce. I've already reported everything to your parents. Huh? Wait a minute. Why did you have to tell my parents? Because you broke the promise you made, remember? You made it sound like I cheated on you. You were going to divorce me and rob me dry, weren't you? I can't believe it. I told your parents all about that too. Come on. If I did that, my parents would be pissed at me. Duh. I've already told them you want a divorce. What? You promised them that if you ever cheated again, you'd divorce. Your parents are taking good care of the divorce papers. So head on over to your parents' house to fetch them. What the hell do you think you're doing? Speaking of your parents, they promised me that they'll make sure you'll be the one paying the alimony. They apologized to me over and over again, saying how sorry they were for making me feel like this. I'm really sorry it has to be this way too. All because of their stupid son. You're such a selfish bastard. I'm not going for the divorce papers. I don't have to file for a divorce. I'll just live at her place. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Huh? She's a part-timer at your company, isn't she? I know everything about her, you know. Should I deliver the divorce papers to her house instead? You're disgusting. Which one of us is disgusting, really? I'll never forgive you for making up an affair that never really happened. Or if you want, I can leave the divorce papers at your office. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or perhaps, should I ask your parents to deliver it to the company? Don't do anything hasty. If you do that, you won't get away with it. Then go to your parents' house and apologize. They're gonna give you a hell of a time, though. Oh no. How am I supposed to face my parents? I don't know anything about that. But your mommy and daddy are both very angry, you know. They said that after they watched you fill out the divorce papers, they'd still cut ties with you. They seemed kinda sad that even despite all that, it wouldn't cure your cheating habits. Lies. How much do you think you've made your parents cry? I think you need to rethink your life. You wrote a promise and broke it just like that. You're subhuman. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. So could you please talk to my parents? Huh? What's this all of a sudden? You're divorcing me, right? What do you want me to talk to them about? No, I mean, I'm begging you to ask them to forgive me. Or approve of my relationship with my new girlfriend. Or please don't break up the relationship between father and son. Couldn't you at least do that for me? I can't believe it. What the hell are you talking about? No wonder your parents had a hard time. Anyway, you need to go get your divorce papers and file them with the authorities right away. Maybe your parents might help you. Hey, come on. You've got to be kidding me. I'm too scared to go to my parents' house. You did this to yourself. You're responsible for your own actions. But remember, I will never help you, not even once. Don't say that. We're married, aren't we? Don't be silly. You're the one who broke up our marriage. I didn't. That's it, Joseph. I can't trust you anymore. I'm not going to share my life with someone I can't trust. Mia, forgive me, please. I'll leave her and I'll change, I promise. I'm sick of hearing that crap too. Sick. Anyways, go. Get the divorce papers. Mia. Oh, and also, if you don't, I'm going to take both of you to court and I'm winning. Just so you know. Huh? Are you trying to humiliate me? Anyway, I can't pay up anything like that. What a shame. Even though you're cheating on me. As for the alimony, your parents had something to say. I'm really sorry for all the trouble my son has caused you, Mia. They said they'll make sure he'll work hard and pay it all, no matter what. That can't be. This is scary. Please help me. Please. Nah. I've given you so many chances to change, haven't I? But you still betrayed me, so I have no reason to help you. Then at least ask my parents to cancel the divorce. I can't pay you alimony. Why don't you just ask them for that in person? I've already talked to your parents. What's done is done. Please, Mia. I refuse. After that, with the help of my in-laws, I was able to get divorced without a hitch. Joseph was lectured by his parents to the point of tears. He also got an alimony order and was kicked out of the house. I just hope he doesn't cheat on the next poor soul he dates. I also confronted the other woman, and she paid me not to tell anyone. I will never forgive them for following me and taking pictures of me without my permission. I was going to file a restraining order if they didn't leave me alone. I'm glad that it all went smoothly and quietly. When the company found out about her affair with Joseph, she quit her job and ended the relationship. Basically, Joseph got dumped. He remained alone at the company, continued to work to repay his parents who paid for him. It seems like he's working just to lessen that debt just a little bit each day. Well, I have nothing to say as long as the alimony is paid. I'm back to being single, and every day I put all my energy into my work.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.